Right now, I see on the big screen, Greg Warren is in front of a poster of Greg Warren in his wrestling suit. That's a good looking poster. Very nice. Promoting a show from last year, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Now, Greg Warren is our official correspondent of things trivial and interesting. What is today's topic?
Tom, I wanted to talk about Ziggy Stardust.
Awesome. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Of course, that's the alter ego of David Bowie, an androgynous alien who came from Mars before an impending apocalyptic disaster to deliver a message of hope. Apparently, Bowie said the real reason he did it is that he was fed up with denim, long hair, and hippies.
Yeah.
Can you imagine some old guy being like, I like this young fella. I don't care for the hippies or the long hair or the denim meat. I don't like blue jeans. And then he sees Bowie with an orange mullet and kabuki makeup, shaved eyebrows, licking guitar strings. And no, that's not. Bring back the hippies. Bring back the hippies. I thought this young fellow was just going to get a haircut and put on khakis.
Dead on. Hey, Greg, can I interrupt your train of thought? I'm so sorry.
Please,
I want to plug the Greg Warren appearances coming up at Comedy Off-Broadway in Lexington, Kentucky, because you're going to be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Am I correct in saying the recording will be Saturday evening, October 1st?
Yes, both shows. We're taping both shows. A lot of Bob and Tom celebrities will be in attendance. Josh Arnold, Chick McGee.
That's right.
Yep. Henry Phillips is going to be there.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Great comedian.
It's going to be a good time, man.
Okay, cool. Have you worked anything out yet for it?
Yeah, you got, how's that act coming?
I got 4 or 5 days. I really figured I'd just throw something together. Yeah. Well, it depends on how this Ziggy Stardust thing goes.
So far, so good.
So far, so good?
Oh, it's great.
Are you listening to an alternate audio track? What are you doing?
But I know enough about Bowie and Ziggy. He's absolutely correct. That's why Bowie did it.
Why couldn't he come out and say, you know, I'm doing this. I like a little controversy and
attention.
Maybe I'll sell some more records.
Yeah.
Why didn't he say that?
Well, he's all about art. He's one of those guys that he loved great photographs and
man, this is a great photograph.
Great artistry.
You guys got Bowie in there?
Hey, Greg.
Thank you, Greg, very much.
Do you have a title for this new special that you're filming?
I don't yet.
Boy. What did I tell you?
Around with.
Do not tell him.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
That's right.
Now, Greg, your last one was called "Where the Field Corn Grows." An excellent title.
Thank you.
So, is this one similarly themed? Is there like
something peanut butter related? It's a lot of peanut butter material. I think the Peanut Butter Man, creamy and crunchy. I don't know.
Wait, ho! Is that what you're recording Saturday night?
Oh yeah.
You didn't tell the Chickster that. I don't know if I can make it if you're just doing the.
No, Chick, you're gonna like this.
All right, I'll think about it.
This could work out great. This could be like the Rocky Horror Show where people heave stuff at the screen. People bring peanut butter to all your shows in the future.
Here we go. You're going to get hit in the head.
No, don't throw it at him.
You could kill him with a jar of peanut butter.
Then he would collect the peanut butter and give it to charity. Be a nice gesture. You got a bunch of old guys with no teeth. Some peanut butter.
I don't know what that is, but
I don't know what he's doing.
They came here for some healthy food.
He's your dad. Will you tell me what he's talking about?
You've known him longer than I have. I don't know what he's talking about. He's been freestyling lately.
So Greg. I have one known him longer than you have. Yeah.
Peanut Butter Man sounds like, I don't know. It's just weird.
I didn't think you'd care for it.
Yeah.
I think my last, the first CD I had, One Star Warrior, you called one of the stupidest titles you've ever seen for a project.
Oh, that's a great title.
What was it?
One Star Warrior.
Yeah,
that's good
people
stuff.
Here, I'll help you a little bit. his premise is that really nice people are like 4 stars, 4-star restaurants.
Right, okay,
So he
sure.
brought it to people, and then the worst, the white trash, if you will, are 1 star. Okay.
Okay.
And then he in the video was...
You nailed it, chick.
he was...
So I'm sorry.
You better mind your own business. You're running out of soda on floor 3. You take care of your own business before you talk.
Yeah, there you go.
Comedian Greg Warren, Lexington, Kentucky, this weekend. Greg, tell me more about David Bowie and the Spiders from Mars and Ziggy.
Yeah, the name Ziggy actually came from his local tailor. He was driving by his tailor, and the tailor was called Ziggy's Tailors. Yeah, thank God he didn't live in a different neighborhood. He could have been known as Alterations Unlimited Stardust. Yeah. The character was based on a guy named Vince Taylor. Have you heard of this guy, Tom?
No.
Vince Taylor was a European rocker who had a little bit of success, and then he got involved with acid and freaked out a little bit and thought that he was a cross between an alien and a god.
All right.
He's basically like David Koresh if he could sing.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, there's a guy named Gene Vincent.
Sure.
Gene was in a car accident and he had a leg brace. And when we performed, he sort of dragged his leg behind him, and Bowie thought that was cool. So that's how Ziggy Stardust performed.
Huh.
And then there's a guy named the legendary Stardust Cowboy, who is the pioneer of the psychobilly movement. He had sort of a hit called Paralyzed. The song involved unintelligible snarls, growls, and similar vocalisms about a real-life cheerleader in Lubbock, Texas. NASA used this song to wake up the astronauts once. They were so distracted and disturbed that they never did it again. So Bowie, I guess, before the album, which was called The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, he released 3 albums before that, and they flopped. Nobody really cared about them. And so he decided he'd put together a band. The band was, Tom, do you know the band?
Mick Ronson was the band.
Mick Ronson, Mick Woodmansey, and Trevor Boulder. And Bowie brought in like the stuff that he wanted him to wear, which is like pink and blue and gold costumes. And Mick Woodmansey said, "You can F off. I'm not wearing that." They toured a little bit before they, became sort of what they were, and they got booed off the stage and people threw bottles at them. But the album, they recorded it in 10 days, Tom.
It's great.
Yeah, I guess back then that was a thing. Like the record companies wanted you to put an album out every 6 months. And Bowie, they said, first take on all the vocals.
Wow.
Every one of the vocals, first take. Yeah. I recorded a 30-second radio spot for my my TV, my peanut butter tour, and 64 takes on that.
Jeez.
Still didn't go well. Yeah. But the album came out on June 6th, 1972, and things really started taking off for those guys. Couple little things. The hits were Starman, Rock and Roll, Suicide, and Suffragette City.
All great.
Suffragette City. Yeah. Suffragette City was originally written for Mott the Hoople, the band.
Yeah.
They turned it down, and Bowie wrote All the Young Dudes for Mott the Hoople, and that was their hit. Starman was the last thing to go on the album. That was supposed to be a Chuck Berry cover song, Round and Round. And they just at the last minute they put Starman, and Starman was the big hit from the album.
Greg, as much as I hate suffrage, I love Suffragette City. It's a great. I'm totally against suffrage, but the song itself
Wham,
is very
bam,
good.
thank you, ma'am.
Well, I like that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to
Great
women having rights and
Right,
voting.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you've always been against that, haven't you, Josh?
Yeah.
What a weird name, by the way.
What, Suffragette City?
No, suffrage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Why do they call it that?
Because men had to suffer ever since.
No, Lee suffered.
You tell him, buddy. Damn right. You get in the kitchen, make me a pie.
Right.
That Jane Addams just up to trouble.
Man.
Yeah.
So David Bowie, this is what launched his career.
Yeah, man. What really launched it is a month after the album came out, July 6th, they performed Starman on Top of the Pops, the big BBC TV show. And from then on, they said Bowie was the biggest British rock star since the Beatles, which I'm not familiar with that band. There's something about Lennon in there. I don't know. I know Julian Lennon, that guy.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Much too late.
Sitting on the doorstep.
The gates of life.
Very good.
You know, when they were at Top of the Pops, I guess they were hanging out in the bar at the BBC beforehand in their, the get up. And
Outfits, as Tom would call it.
people thought that they were extras for Doctor Who.
Yeah, Bowie had, as you described it, he had a sort of a bright red mullet way before anybody had that do.
Yeah, he shaved his eyebrows.
Yeah, it's weird.
They
sounds like it's all about the music. Yeah. Shave your eyebrows. Yeah.
The songs were pretty good, Chick.
Yeah,
the songs are pretty awesome.
The songs are great.
Starman is great.
Starman.
Yes.
If you like Broadways, you'll like Bowie.
Hey, in your research,
Yes, you're right.
in your research, you discover when and how he invented his famous knife.
Oh, the Bowie
Oh,
knife?
my
Yeah.
God.
What about that, Mr. Know-It-All? Yeah.
That was his, Tricky Dick or whatever.
Dicky Dick.
Dickie Dick. I'm sorry, Dickie Dick. That was his younger brother Sam, I believe.
Is that technically a Bowie knife?
I believe it's
believe.
pronounced.
No, you dumbass. He got drafted before Michael Jordan.
Did
Sam
he?
Bowie. Yeah.
What just happened?
Played basketball for Kentucky.
That's right.
Yeah.
They toured in the U.S. And it was a huge success in '72, and it was a little tricky in the South. They said they were at some cafe, and the cops came up and they're like, "Hey, we know who you guys are, and we know why you're here, but you got to stay inside." Mick Ronson said they were shooting hippies down there in the South back then, and we were way beyond hippies. And they went to Moscow, and they wouldn't let them off the plane. The guards were like, "They'll kill you. You can't get off the plane." So they kept him under wraps the whole time. And Bowie wanted to see the Red Square, so they drove him in a limo and lowered the window 1 inch so he could look out. This is interesting. No drugs. They said, yeah, we know we looked like drug addicts with a golden moon protruding from our forehead, but they didn't do drugs. They'd have a couple of beers when they were recording the album. Was about it. Yeah.
Good.
And he cut it off Tom, was it 1 year later in 1973?
Just one album, yeah.
That second album, what was that called, Tom? I have it
Did
here
they do
somewhere.
a live album?
I think it was
maybe?
Ziggy 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it.
Wasn't it? No, it was Ziggy. I Hate Mondays. Isn't that the Ziggy?
Different.
Yeah. It was Ziggy, the Legend of Curly's Gold.
That's right.
That's right.
You're right.
Out.com called it the gayest album of all time.
Yeah.
And did you know that Rick Wakeman played on that album? The guy from Yes.
Yeah, great. Like I said before, great synthesizer. Really good.
Yeah, and he was asked to be, one of the Mars guys, and he declined.
Guy from Yes and many other great.
Yeah.
Guy from Yes said no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
Yes.
played on. He's terrific. Mick Ronson, bona fide genius. Believe it or not.
Well, he had all of his grandmother's lighter money.
Oh, really?
The Ronson.
Yeah, the Ronson.
He arranged John Mellencamp's biggest hit, Jack and Diane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a great song. Yeah, a lot of artists have said that performance of Starman on Top of the Pops made them who they were, including Robert Smith from The Cure, Bono, Boy George, Mick Jones from The Clash, Susie Sue from Susie and the Banshees. It goes on. Noel Gallagher.
I believe it's Syaux and the Banshees.
Greg Warren, you want to see Greg live and in person on the Peanut Butter Tour. Once again, this is starting this Thursday. He'll be at Comedy Off-Broadway in Lexington. And the big recording Saturday night, October 1st. Greg Warren.
And there's going to be a red carpet and limousines pulling up. And
That's right.
Searchlights. It's going to be great.
Okay, and you think you can write it between now and then?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you want to put something pen to paper there, bud? Huh?
In a jiffy, if you will.
Greg, we'd like to be seated in one of the back booths, please.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah. We
You make
put you
sure
in the
it's-
sound booth. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, Greg.
You know what? I'll fix you. I'll sit in my car. What do you think about that?
Thank you
Give
very
a
much.
damn.
You're the best.
All right,
Greg.
Greg. Look, have a great set of shows.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Love you, baby blue eyes.